The scholarly articles category is not just about peer-reviewed papers. It's about any publication that you've done that has gone through an editorial process and that is scholarly or technical in nature. So, how do we think about this one?
Scholarly articles, USCIS wants to see either that you've published in scientific journals, trade publications, or major media. And the common denominator for all three is that your work has to go through either a peer-reviewed process or an editorial process. Hence the reason things like Medium and LinkedIn platforms or similar platforms don't usually work. It's not a blog. It's not also a blog on your company website. So sometimes clients come and say, well, it's really prestigious that I publish on my company's website. I'm the only one out of 10,000 employees that do it. That's great for you, but it doesn't work for the EB1 or for O1 because there's no editorial process. And also your company website, it's not major media, it's not trade publication, so we cannot use that for scholarly articles.
Is there any limitation in how long, how short topics?
I mean, it has to be obviously everything. It has to relate to your field. If it's a paper, whatever, you have guidelines from the publisher. In terms of how long, I wouldn't do like a one paragraph. That's not going to be sufficient. Obviously, you want to showcase your expertise through publishing these scholarly articles.
And if it's a paper, do I need to be the main author? And if it's another publication, do I need to be the sole author, or how does that?
You don't have to be the main author. You can be a co-author. You can be the second author, the third author. Just make sure that you were one of the authors, right? Yeah. Your name was not put there just for no reason. So you can, but you don't have to be the first author on that.
Okay. What about citations? Are they important? What's the role of that?
Citations are not required. There's no criteria for citations. They're not required as part of the published, part of the scholarly articles. If you have them, it's great. We can obviously add it to your case. If you don't have them, that's fine as well. So it's not something that will basically prevent you from applying for EB1 or for O1.
Yeah, it just helps tells a story, and also for maybe original contribution. That's a good
right.
Point, right?
Yeah, and the other thing is, with citations is even if you have citations and you want to make a point of it, we can't really say, oh, you have 100 citations and leave it at there. USCIS is pretty specific about it, saying that, according to USCIS, just having citations is not evidence of extraordinary ability, because if you are, a researcher or scholar, that's very common in your industry. People research and cite to each other's work. So for USCIS, there's no impact to that, right? So that's why if you want to make a point of the citations, then you have to get letters from the people who cited explaining exactly how your citation impacted their work.
Got it. But again, that will be more on the final merits or original contributions,
exactly.
Not necessarily for scholarly articles.
Yeah, scholarly articles, there's no requirement for citations.
Perfect. So for scholarly articles, remember, it's about the editorial process to publish the paper or the article or the publication you did, and the outlet, whether it's a scientific journal or a major media or a professional trade publication.